Hi, everyone, and welcome to MoveCo Live. I am your host, Samantha Moonsammy Gordon, and we are all here today to share some inspiration on how to live your best life no matter your circumstances. And right now, we're all at home. So what better place? I hope you're cozied up on the couch, and good for you for taking these few minutes to improve yourself. And I've got someone here with me who's very special. Not to mention, is she an expert in her field, but she's also one of my best friends. So it's kind of fun to interview a bestie. Her name's Manali Scott. She's got over 20 years of experience as a spiritual wellness coach, and she does so many different things. And today she's talking about how to provide ourselves unconditional self-love, because you know what? We all need it right now. We're all wearing a million hats. It's not easy. Like, we've had to change our lifestyles a lot. Of course, we have so much to be grateful for too. But of course, now more than ever, these tips are going to really help us. And I really want to give a big thank you to the Green Beaver Company for helping to support this show and our movement at Move Camp. And, it's sunny outside, so this is my favorite product right now. It's the Green Beaver sunscreen. So I actually put a little bit in my moisturizer before I put on my makeup, and then me, baby, hubby, everybody, we just smear it on ourselves before we go outside. And it's great because it's organic and toxic free. So if you'd like to score some Green Beaver products, head on over to movecamp.ca. You've got a $10 gift card waiting for you and a 25% off promo code. So Manali, welcome. How are you doing today?
Hey, welcome. Thank you for welcoming me, and I'm doing great. I think it's always good to be back here with your amazing interviews and the amazing work you guys are doing. So, thank you for having me over.
Thank you. Yes. So Manali, she's also a contributor on our Move Collective site. She provides a lot of great articles on, how to really harness your inner powers and your spiritual powers. And yes, so we call you a spiritual wellness coach, chakra chick. What does that all mean? Like, what do you do, Manali?
Hey, it all means that I'm here to just relax people, help them connect a little deeper within themselves, help people to, smile a little bit more and say, hey, it's okay. Not everything is perfect, but let's celebrate the smaller things, which are actually the huge ones, like the people in our life, simple things that people just forget. And I think I like to call myself a chakra chick is because in love with this topic, and I help people balance their energies and chakras, and I'm good at it. Okay, so why not, right? Why not call yourself something that inspires you? And that's how the title Chakra Chick has started. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and I love that you said the little things are the big things, because I agree with you. And something you've been doing during this pandemic time while we're all together at home is you pivoted all your programs online. And I participate in your weekly meditation classes. And I have to say, like, it's a game changer. Like, it's almost like I need it for my refuel to fill my cup every week. So, I hope those listening out there, you have some daily practices or weekly practices to really help with what you need right now. And that goes into our first question about giving yourself unconditional love, Manali. Like, why is this topic so important for us?
I feel that love is the only bond, genuinely. We as human beings are very social animal, I like to call. And love is the only bond that really holds us together. Right now in COVID, I would like to say it's holding us together as a community. This bond holds us together as a family, not just the close real family, I like to say, but the extended family. Like, you are my extended family, so love, unconditional love is the only way we can tap into ourselves, to tap, to find that little compassion, and I don't know, the passion, compassion, so many words come up when I think of unconditional love. And I think once we tap all that within ourselves, we can then share it with other people. So that's why it's really, really important is first love yourself. They say take the finger first towards you and then point it out to others, and it all begins within us. And that's how we spread the love and light.
I love that. So you are the master at coaching and giving us techniques. So this topic seems so simple, but yet it's so hard for us to accomplish this unconditional self-love. So what are some techniques that you would help us? What can we do to get there?
I think first thing is I would like to tell everybody, like, I know we love drama sometimes in our life, and we love to remember past tense, but I think why not maybe just practice one day at a time? It's a fun concept, right? Like you get up in the morning and consider, hey, this is my brand new day. What can I do today for myself and others? And when we just have those blinders on, like I like to say, one day to live today, so much possibility and magic happens in that one day concept. So I think that would be awesome. Maybe tomorrow morning when you guys get up, consider that's your one day. And
Yes.
what can you do? What can you get excited about this day? You know, to have some fun and be productive, like all the different shades that you love your one day to cover, have. So I think that's one thing, Sam, I love to do myself every morning when I get up. I look at that as that one, just for today, what do I want to do? And that's that excitement I feel is nothing but unconditional love. Um, I mean, other than that, I think I like to tell people, please start meditating. I'm amazed at how many people, not just in my classes, I'm just saying in general, have noticed such huge breakthroughs with just as tiny as 5-minute tiny meditations every day. So it's funny. It's not very measurable. You know what I mean? Sometimes people think we need to meditate for 1 hour for a huge transformation to happen. The answer is no. We just need 5 minutes daily to meditate.
So true.
And I promise that there's some shifts and breakthroughs going to start happening in your life, whether you like it or not. Consistency is the key. So do it for at least 2 weeks. So, yeah,
I love
these are
that.
my favorite two recommendations, Sam. One day at a time and 5 minutes meditation.
You're right, and we could all do that. That you really make it into a bite-size, followable steps. But the reality is we don't always have a good day. We don't always wake up on the right side of the bed, quote unquote, and life is full of chaos, or you are feeling a bit of that, stress, that big S word. Like, what can we do to get rid of some of those like negative thoughts in our mind to really be unconditional loving to ourselves?
No, I mean, I agree. I agree. Even for me, I mean, yeah, even if I'm all pumped up about this one day concept, there are days, absolutely, when I get up in the morning and I feel, whatever, I'm not feeling it. I think the first step is that we need to accept it, whatever that emotion is. Because if we don't, that emotion is having a boxing or a punching bag game with us. It comes back strong. So whatever that emotion is, you're feeling depressed, sad, unhappy, not loved, angry, worried about something like finances, whatever that is, just say, yeah, I accept. So I love to tell people like this technique is great, just tapping your chest area where the heart chakra is, just saying it's okay. That's it. So it's okay is a universal, beautiful line for acceptance. Okay, so that's first step is telling ourselves it's okay. And after that, there are many techniques. You can do some journaling. My favorite, you could actually meditate on it. You could say my favorite words, which I tell everyone I meet, is cancel, cancel. So, after you accept a thought or a negative emotion, just saying cancel, cancel is amazing because it deletes the thought and doesn't take us to the further depression tunnel. It cuts the process. So, I think the step one is let yourself have these emotions. We are human beings, correct? I mean,
Yes.
if somebody has an expectation that every morning we are going to get up and have a super duper greatest day of the life, it's a great expectation, but we are humans and there would be some days which are not so good, some days which are awesome. And I think we need to just accept it and maybe say cancel cancels and get into some daily practices that help us kind of to keep going when we are a little low. And that's where meditation comes into the place where, especially on the days when you're not feeling that great, meditation does help, and I promise you that much. Yeah.
That's great. That's powerful. I want to ask you about journaling. How does journaling fit into all of this?
Journaling is like our external hard drive. Hmm? So, too much data we collect in our system, we need a place to release or express it. I know some people talk to besties, like I know I have talked to you sometimes, you have talked to me. That's our journaling. It's almost like a communication journaling. There's a written journaling, people can write. I know a client, actually, it's nice and fun. She records herself on a voice memo,
Okay.
her journaling, right? Because she doesn't want to write. So she records herself and then she keeps deleting these recordings, but that's her way to self express. So I think there are no rules of journaling. When you feel like it, open your diary, write a few things, whatever you need to share. You'll feel a little lighter, you'll feel better. And if you combine it with meditations, then it is the whole full on process of towards healing. Journaling and meditation, yeah.
I love that. So powerful. No, this is good bite-sized pieces. I think one thing that really resonates right now is, yeah, just being a bit more in the moment and you saying like that day moment, because I think a lot of people are worried about things like beyond what's in their control. So you really made it bite-sized. And here's something else that I'm noticing people are feeling. We're all going to the fridge a little more often. And food is a big part of our life right now. So when we're thinking of making some healthy choices that are, self-love choices versus, eating a whole like tub of ice cream, like how do you train yourself and be in that kind of positive space of self-love and acceptance when it comes to food?
See, I mean, if you consider your body as something, I don't know, I mean, I like to use the word consider your body as a temple,
Yes.
a center, a place which you really want to take care of. And if you come from that insight for yourself or motivation for yourself, then obviously the minute you are deciding to eat something, and you need to ask yourself, is my body going to like it?
Okay.
That's one way to look at it. We all have temptations, we eat. I do that too. The question here is, after eating, your body talks to us. Our body talks to us. So somebody might have a heavy meal and then your stomach doesn't feel good within 30 minutes. Your body's trying to tell you something, correct? And many of us, sometimes we listen and sometimes we don't. So, my request to everybody is, as you go deeper in your own life, which is through meditations, through chakra balancing, and understanding a little bit more about your own energies or yourself, you will be able to catch these messages faster. So, you might eat a bagel, for example, and 30 minutes later, your stomach is not going to like the gluten and it might start cramping or feeling tight. And you know that the stomach is telling you, hey, please reduce the bagels a bit. I don't like it much. So I like to tell people, more than any diets or anything, eat that makes your body, the temple, happy. Okay? Happy, healthy, fulfilled, and not guilty. And that's the food I feel resonates to our well being, where the food which we eat with happiness and not guilt.
I love that.
That's a big distinction, right? No, eat whatever you want as long as you feel happy and not guilty.
Exactly. Okay, so back to self-acceptance and juggling a lot of priorities in your house. How could you bring these techniques to your family? So what if you're someone in your family who is very much open to this, but then maybe you want to introduce it to, like, you have small children in your house or your partner. Like, how do you kind of get everyone on this, all aboard on the self-express, because we all know like a happy household is, definitely more harmony, right? So how can we inspire others around us with this stuff?
I mean, it all depends how much each family is into these things to begin with. But I think simple games like journaling, if your kids are a little bit grown enough, grown older, then you can, as a family, sit and do journaling. A husband, wife, a couple can sit and do, or two people, partners can sit and do journaling, meditations. These can be some amazing couple activities people can think of. Um, cancel is a very fun game. So as a family, everybody can say, hey, this week let's count our cancels each day. How many negative thoughts are we thinking just for fun? Now that makes it a more lighter evaluation versus meditations and journalings can be a little serious or too quick and too soon for some families, so I guess the answer is make a game out of it, make it fun. Like mindfulness doesn't have to be all serious and boring. Mindfulness could be as simple as you're going out for a walk, and you and your family just decide to focus on your breathing and take some deep breaths. Mindfulness could be you're going out for a walk and just decide to see the different birds and connect with the nature, as a family, right? So I think we all have to be creative when it comes to the family mindfulness. And again, I feel it begins with us. Um, Between, in a family, one person will be that deeper person always, who
Yes.
is in deeper into spirituality or mindfulness. And that person should take the lead to inspire the other people in the family. You know what I mean?
I love that.
So I think it's always there is one person who has the torch, and we pass on the torch to the other family members.
I love that. And what a great way to close the session. I really hope you all consider yourselves that torch. And remember, within you lies the power, which I know is one of the mantras of zenforyou.ca. That is Manali's website. If you've never heard of her, be sure to check her out. She's on Facebook and Instagram. And yeah, she's got some great resources for you right now. I've actually seen entire families sit in on one of her meditation evenings. They're really great activity. Thank you so much, Manali. I feel like a big warm hug. I haven't seen you in months in person.
I
I really
know.
can't wait till that chance when we get to see each other. But right now, everyone, I want you to stay safe, be calm, be kind. Remember all the things that we're grateful for. And I really hope you're doing well. And thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of MoveCo Live. I'll see you
Thank
next week.
you. Thank you so
Take
much,
care.
Sam, for having me and sending everybody lots of love and light. Take care.
Thank you.